All right, family. Here we go. We get paid to read these books. This Psycho-Cybernetics probably, I'm putting this up here with the top 3 self-development books I've ever read in 20 plus years of reading books about self-development, mindset, coaching, leadership, and biographies. This is amazing. Well, I'm still over here. The book, I'm into January. I just can't stop. It's got me hooked. We're in chapter 9, and he is talking about the failure mechanism. Chapter 8, he was talking about the success mechanism, and he used an acronym for how you should think or how we should think. And now he's going over the failure mechanism, and he uses failure, the word failure, as an acronym on what thinking that we need to avoid and make sure we're not on a negative cycle. All right, listen to this. The F in failure stands for frustration. Frustration is an emotional feeling that develops whenever some important goal cannot be realized or when some strong desire is thwarted. All of us must necessarily suffer some frustration by the very fact of being human and therefore imperfect, incomplete, unfinished. As we grow older, we should learn that all desires cannot be satisfied immediately. Insight number 1, everyone is frustrated if they're going after something because most things don't happen as fast as you want them to happen or the way you want them to happen or it doesn't develop as quickly, it didn't turn out exactly how you pictured. All that stuff is just cause to be frustrated. But teammates, you gotta get over it. Everyone is frustrated because it's not necessarily gonna go the way you want to go. You gotta understand that it don't have a reliving the frustration and living in it. Number 2, he says chronic frustration is when you just can't stop thinking about it. Chronic frustration usually means that the goals we have set for ourselves are unrealistic or the image we have of ourselves is inadequate or both. Teammates, that's insight number 2. Chronic frustration is a problem. We have to make adjustments in the goal or how we think. Every day we making adjustments, have a goal, we miss it, we make adjustments. That is how life works when you're trying to accomplish something. All right, that's insight number 2. And number 3, he says, he's still under frustration. Now, listen to this, teammates. Now, this was so exciting, it was crazy. Just like I said, frustration is a natural part of it because there's always something that not working out the way we want it to. So everyone's frustrated if they're going after a goal. But listen to this, he says, frustration is a way of solving problems that does not work, meaning chronic frustration. Like being frustrated in itself is not going to solve any problem. So he says, he used a child or infant. He says many children, if an infant is hungry, he expresses discontent by crying. A warm, tender hand then appears magically out of nowhere and brings milk. If he is uncomfortable, he again expresses his dissatisfaction, and the same warm hand appear magically again and solve his problem, making him comfortable. Many children continue to get their way and have their problem solved by overindulgent parents by merely expressing their feelings of frustration. Then he goes on and on and on. He says, but it does not work in adult life. It works for infants and small children, but it doesn't work in adult life. Meaning, you got to get over it. It's like, learn the lesson and move on. You got to learn the lesson and move on. That's a lesson in every challenge, defeat, setback. Learn it and move on. And not expecting some other outside source to come in and pacify us and make us feel better. He says, because once we're frustrated, then we have these negative feelings. He says, thoughts and feelings go together. Feelings are the soul that thoughts and ideas grow in. That is so good. It's amazing. This is the reason that you have been advised throughout this book to imagine how you would feel if you succeeded, and then feel that way now. Teammates learn a lesson, enjoy that feeling of accomplishment when you actually hit it, and relive that over and over and over. And then the thoughts and ideas will come to you to perpetuate that success versus so you can be on a success cycle versus a failure cycle. Teammates, that's just the F in failure. We ain't even getting to the rest of this. My God, this is good. I hope you look. We get paid to read these books, teammates. I hope you got it. I hope you're enjoying it. It's changing my life. And we're going to run this play again tomorrow.